So my hometown had some crazy accident a few years ago, and a gas main blew up and destroyed the town. Over 1,000 people died, but it was barely reported on. I was walking around the outskirts today and found this phone laying on the ground. Took it home and found this crazy message on it. I don't even know where to start. This is day 3 of what we are calling the Swarm of Darkness. I figured I should probably start journaling our situation just in case this gets out. But I guess let's start from the beginning. Day 1, we had some friends over celebrating my birthday. We had Ben, my friend since before I can remember, Kim, Ben's wife, Kyle, very good friend of mine, has 2 kids, Nicole and Cal. Nicole has been good friends of ours, and Cal is her new boyfriend, and my wife Rachel. We had a few too many drinks, and all passed out. When I woke up it was still dark. I was so confused. I went out to the kitchen to start prepping some breakfast for everyone when I realized the time. It was 9 a.m. Why was it still pitch dark? I grabbed my phone and noticed one message on it from an unknown number. The message stated, "Unfortunately, evacuation is unable to be accomplished at this time. We recommend boarding all windows, getting emergency supplies, and keeping all lights off. If you are able to, we'd recommend getting to a location near. The closer you are to the easier and faster it will be to rescue." And again, the most important message, do not use any light outdoors. My jaw dropped and I woke everyone up. We all tried searching online and trying to find out what was going on, but nobody could get a signal. We all sat there and decided the best option was to wait it out, as is about 2 miles away, and we kept hearing this weird noise above our head occasionally. We decided waiting it out until daylight was the best option. Day 2, I took our first peek outside. We realized our house was not the best option due to being a little far from, and we were already running low on food. Rachel and I used to live near and knew of a grocery store right by it. We all decided that it would pretty much be an endless supply of food and water, and it should be a fairly easy place to secure as it doesn't have any windows, only the storefront doors. We packed a few bags with some clothes and what little supplies we had and headed out into the unknown. I noticed our neighbor Tim sitting out on his deck. I guided the group over to him and told him what our plan was. He nodded in agreement and said, "It's better than waiting here to find out what the hell is going on. Let me grab Sarah quick, and we are with you." Sarah is his wife. They packed up quick and we were moving again 5 minutes later. It was so dark out, it felt like the darkest dark I've ever seen. The only reference we had was the road. None of us had any idea how dark it truly was. We could barely even see each other, but as we walked our eyes slowly adjusted. About an hour into our walk we could see all right, and that's when I noticed it. There were no stars, there was no moon, no light anywhere. I started panicking a bit, and my wife just grabbed me and whispered in my ear, "You got this, James. Don't show fear. Everyone back here is freaking out, but your calmness is really keeping everyone together." I looked her dead in the eye and said, "No pressure, right?" Then let out a smile, took a deep breath, and continued on our way. We had been walking for 2 hours when Tim started freaking out. "James, why aren't we there yet? Damn, Sarah, we should have just stayed home. Why did we follow this dumbass? Now we are lost and can't get home. 2 hours and we haven't even made it 2 miles. What the hell, James?" I just told him that we are walking slow, taking our time, and making sure we don't lose anyone. But he had every right to be pissed. Before our eyes got acclimated, I took us in the wrong direction for about 45 minutes and was working my way back once I realized it. I'm happy nobody noticed, but now everyone was starting to panic a little bit. I tried to tell everyone it's just another 15. Just give it 15 more minutes. If it was light out, you would be able to see it. Tim had enough and pulled out his cigarettes and lighter and lit one up while mumbling stupid. "No way we're making it anywhere the second this lighter lit." We heard that weird noise. It was a light buzz combined with what I can only describe as a giant slow-moving fan blade. It hit me in that second, the warning in the message, "Do not use any light outside." I was going to tell Tim to put it out, but when I looked over, all I saw was his cigarette floating away in the distance. My eyes went to the ground where he was standing, and the only thing there was a show and a pool of blood. Holy hell, those things killed him. They killed him. Sarah was hysterical, and everyone else was freaking out. Damn, I lured all my friends to their deaths. I tried to get the courage, and all I could muster out was, "I can see the store. It's right past." I couldn't see the store, but I figured it should be close. We all walked as fast as we could. I hoped and prayed in my head we found the store, knowing full well how quick this group would turn if we did. And to my surprise, I noticed we were in the parking lot. The lot was full, which had me nervous this place was going to be packed. But when we started looking in the cars, we noticed the amount of blood and gore everywhere. There were limbs all over, and it looked like it had rained blood. Being this close to, people must have congregated here to get rescued, and then that thing showed up. We got to the front door and opened up. The store felt empty, so we started to get to work. We boarded up all the doors and put as many blankets and tarps and whatever else we could find on the windows. We felt really good about it and were ready to rest for the night when Sarah stood up and said, "No, this is all wrong. I'm not doing this without Tim." She stood up, sprinted out the front door, and turned her phone's flashlight on. The quickness and sheer volume of the buzz was overwhelming. We all watched in disbelief as at least 15 giant creatures flew overhead, swarmed down, and took Sarah away in pieces. At that moment, we deemed this as the swarm of darkness. Day 3. I think we are just going to make ourselves comfortable. Hopefully help comes soon. Day 7. 3 new people showed up today: Janet, Miles, and their daughter Haley. They said they were only like a block away and ran out of food. It took them 2 hours to get here as they also couldn't find the way. Everyone is in good spirits. We have plenty of food and just hoping help comes soon. Day 10. Kyle is starting to talk about escape plans. He wants to get back to his wife and kids. I can't blame him. Tomorrow Kyle, Miles, and myself are going to go north of on the highway and see how far we can get. Day 11. I don't know what's going on anymore. We walked north, but a mile up the road we hit a wall. It was just darkness. It didn't look like a wall, it just looked like nothing. We went 3 miles in either direction and just followed this wall the entire time. Kyle wants to shine a light on the wall somehow to see what it is. We have a theory the swarm attacks light, not people. We really don't want to test this theory, but Kyle is getting desperate to go home. We're still holding out hope of help coming, but it's dwindling. Day 20. Kyle snuck out and tested his theory. He was right. Those things attacked his flashlight and left him alone. He said he just threw the flashlight and laid down in a ditch, and those things didn't even bother him. He said that wall, even with the light, was just a black walk, except it looked like it went up forever. Day 22. 5 more people showed up today: Mohammed, his wife Ego, and their son Omar. They said they have just been wandering for days, trying to find anyone. Leo and Greg came a few hours later. They were with a group traveling for a few days also. Leo said they started with 10, but they were down to just them now. He said the swarm gets worse the further south you go. Day 27. We decided to see how high this wall is. We attached Kyle's phone to some helium balloons and set a timer for 3 minutes to see how high it got. At 3 minutes, the phone lit up and the swarm attacked. The balloon didn't go straight up, it followed the curve. We noticed the curve when the creatures were bouncing off it. We are in some kind of dome. Day 33. We decided unanimously to try digging by the dome. We all got shovels and started digging. We made it about 10 feet deep today. We're going to try tomorrow. Day 34. We are down about 25 feet total and are still hitting the wall. I think I'm going to call it tomorrow if we don't get through. Day 36. Mohammed, Greg, and Kyle are dead. We got down to 40 feet and there was a break in the wall. Kyle hit his shovel on the dirt, thinking we passed the wall. It was metal. There was a spark. Then Leo and myself tried to pull them up out of the hole, but the swarm was on us so fast. Miles tried to create a diversion by throwing his flashlight, but that just brought 2 swarms down. I still can't believe they are gone. Day 42. It's been a rough couple days, but we decided to go back and dig again. We don't know what else to do and it's giving us something to try. We're only using our hands now. Day 50. We are below the wall. Holy hell, we might actually get out of this. We are about 50 feet down and about 2 feet in. The group is so excited. Day 51. I stopped Ben from digging today. What happens when we hit the other side? Will the light draw them in? We are taking a break until we come up with a plan. Day 60. We moved tarps and blackout curtains to the pit. We covered every inch. We are going to get out of this. Day 65. Everyone is gone. We opened the tunnel for a couple seconds before it collapsed. Somehow light got out or our containment. I tried to hold on to Rachel as long as I could, but those things took her and everyone else. All that hope, all that faith, crushed in a moment of fear. Screw this place. Day 134. I've killed 3 of them, lured them in and set them on fire. Screw these bastards. and killing every single one. Day 212. The big ones have migrated north. I think I pissed them off. They don't die. They don't stop hunting. They hunt on noise and light. Day 245. I started digging again. I'm almost there. The sun, it feels so good. Don't listen. If you find this, please come save us.